Hey everyone, welcome to the Bomb Life Podcast. I'm Melissa Vogel, your host, and today we have my co-host Jen Kourtei on. Welcome back, Jen.
Yay! I'm here, barely.
Okay, we're going in again, Jen. Like, put on your armor.
I
going
know.
in again. This is part 3 of me sharing, opening up, my healing journey with all of you. And there's so many reasons why I'm doing this, but there's so many reasons why I'm doing part 3. And I didn't know we'd have 3 parts. Did you? Did you realize that when we started this? Okay.
No.
I didn't
This
either.
Totally. No, I thought like it'd be just one episode that was a little longer.
Yeah, same. And it's turned into 3 of them. You guys, your responses have been amazing and then shitty at the same time. I've had a lot of people that have just been like, oh my God, and they're sharing their story and they're like, holy crap, this sounds like my dad, or this sounds like my boyfriend, or this is just like my ex-boyfriend, or this is my husband, or oh my God, I can see a lot of character traits that are the same. And the response has been really, really interesting. And then some of you just totally suck and tell me that I deserved everything. And
People, we'll discuss.
yeah, we'll definitely discuss. But
Yeah.
you know, I think, Jen, you had a lot of thoughts on this too, of like why we were doing this episode and, you know, how we're not just putting it out there to be like content and be like drama.
Yeah, we're not doing this for sympathy or,
Right.
attention or even the numbers or anything. This is
No.
truly to let women know that are in this situation that they can get out.
Mhm.
And that if you were in this situation, you can heal.
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely, that you can heal. And I don't think people realize either how hard it was for me to share
Right.
and the trauma and everything that it resurfaced. So it's like, I didn't do this for fucking funsies.
No,
Like,
no, this has not been fun. No, there's been crying in the closet and,
all of it.
all of those things, but it is very healing. So, I mean, for that reason, it's a good reason for you to tell it. For you.
Yeah. Very, very healing. I do feel like a
Mhm.
huge weight has been like lifted. And then also hearing like the other people that like it has helped and they're realizing things and they have this episode. There are a few of you that are like, I shared this immediately to my sister. She's not going to like it, but she needs to hear it. And I'm like, that's worth it too. But it's been a journey too for my girls, and the universe doesn't get it wrong because I bought them the Megan Maroney tickets. I did a reel and was posting and stuff. I bought those back in December and I was like, it was their Christmas gift. And I'm like, this is what we're going to do. And that concert was at the end of the 2 weeks when it was really hard and we just needed to be girls and have fun and get away. And it was like what our soul needed. So like the universe, it doesn't get it wrong.
No, because we totally didn't plan when this was going to happen. You've been carrying this around like a secret, like the secret about yourself that you couldn't fully talk about because you hadn't told the whole story.
Right.
And it was finally like, okay, it's time.
Yeah.
It's time. I'm ready. I'm ready to rip that Band-Aid off and share this experience. I'm strong enough now to take the negativity that may come with it.
Yeah.
We've worried about him reaching out to you. So there's like all these aspects that come with it that you have to be healed enough to be able to handle that because you couldn't have done this in the beginning. There's no way you could have tolerated it.
No, I was definitely had to work my way up to doing this. And then you and I started these unfiltered episodes and I'm like, this is time. This is it. This is the platform to do it and to do it on. And, this part 3 too, going back and listening to part 1 and part 2, and we have to listen to it for edits. And then, like not just when it airs, like we have to listen to it before. And part 2 took me like, what did I tell you? Like 5 or 6 different times listening to it to get through.
Yeah.
And the one thing, and we put it in the outro of part 2, but this is so important for me to make clear. I was never charged with anything, you guys. I did
right. We totally forgot that. We just went like brain mush.
We're just like getting it out
at the end. They were like, "Wait a minute, wait a minute."
Absolutely. So
Yeah,
I was never charged with any felony domestic violence or anything like that. It was dropped the next day. Um, yeah, all of that needed to be said. I am not a felon,
yeah,
convicted
she doesn't
felon or
have a
anything
criminal
like that.
record.
No criminal record. No, no, that was my kid was like, "So did you say that, like, you didn't get charged with anything?" And I'm like, "Yeah, yeah, no."
No, no, I think
We said
it was
that.
so hard and it was so
Oh,
long and we'd been recording for a couple hours and it
no,
was
we
like,
were done.
man, I mean, even when I was editing, part 1 was not great, but part 2, like, I ended up doing that on a Saturday just so I didn't have to deal with anything else and just kinda, like, checked out and I, like, edited it in parts.
Mhm.
It was
Yeah,
really hard
yeah.
to listen to it and, just yeah. Wow.
No, and for people that are like, "Oh, you just she just wants ratings," and I'm like, "You have no idea what we went through to even get this out." So,
No, no.
let's keep talking about, like, legal stuff because we had a couple of questions that came in, that I think are really important with
Yeah,
you.
I think, start with the restraining order, like,
Okay.
what like yeah, because so somebody asked you, "Why didn't you follow through with the restraining order?" And,
Yes.
yeah,
Yeah. Or like, "Why didn't you get one if you were really that scared?" So, I did. Again, another part that I forgot or we just didn't bring up, I went to the courthouse.
yep,
My friend took me. I think I might even went right after seeing the doctor. I
yeah,
don't know, the
I think
hospital.
you
I
did. I think it was around that time
I
frame.
can't remember because the same person took me to the courthouse, and, we went there, we got everything there, like, you can do everything online, and if you have photos and all of that, you can submit it at the same time, and I was like, "Oh, okay, yes, I do."
Yeah.
So we were gonna go home and do it, and then by this time, my brain had started working, and I'm like, "Oh, I know this lawyer, or I know this person that I could talk to," and I had a criminal lawyer now, and start talking to friends, and I'm like, "Yeah, I think this is what I need." I'm like, "I'm literally terrified, like, I can't go anywhere," and I'm like, "Is he gonna show up? What's gonna happen?"
Yeah.
And they had said, "Well, if you're gonna get a restraining order," this one lawyer I was talking to, he's like, "If you're gonna get a restraining order," he's like, "Is he gonna contest it?" And I'm like,
Hmm,
"Probably."
absolutely. He
That's
totally would have. Narcissists don't admit that they're ever wrong,
no.
and they will fight you till the end of time to
Yep,
make you look like the bad person. It
yep.
would have just been more abuse and more trauma and
Mhm.
more heartache for you to do that, and people don't understand that. Or also, in a piece of paper, let's be real, it doesn't save anybody.
No,
It doesn't save anybody. This guy, to him, it would have just been more attention, I feel like, too,
probably.
and
Yeah,
just carried it on even further,
yeah.
because a piece of paper is not gonna stop anybody that wants to do something to you anyways. I'm not saying that there's not
Oh.
time and place for them.
Mhm.
I think with the right people, the right circumstances, that getting a restraining order will keep somebody away. That is
Yeah,
smart enough to accept that they did something wrong and be scared enough to have something happen to them, like go to jail or anything
right.
like that. But somebody like this that can't admit that they've done anything wrong or
No, and at this
just wants
point
to win,
yeah, and
it's like, I think it would have just fueled him even more. Some people, it just makes them angrier.
yes. And at this point, he had already come and taken my car. So
Right.
that we already saw what he was. We already saw that there was like no remorse or like whatever. So we already saw
Yeah.
that. And this lawyer that I talked to, and I was like, "I'm going to get this," and he's like, "Well, do you think it'll fight it?" And I'm like, "Yeah." He has a ton of guns, and if you have a restraining order, they will take all of your guns. You cannot have guns and have a restraining order. And I knew for that reason alone that he would fight it. It's like, I'm going to give
Yeah.
him that up. I'm going to fight this bitch. And they said, "Well, if that happens, you will then have to face in court," which I'm like, "Okay, that's kind of fucked up."
Yeah.
And you have to be prepared for essentially a mini trial and then he's like, "Do you know the verbiage of what to say when, if you're defending yourself?" Because if he's contesting it, he will show up with a lawyer. He's like, "So you'll
Right.
better be prepared to have a lawyer. And do you know what to say?" And I'm like, "Well, no." And And then you'd have to hire a lawyer to show up. And that's more money to get a restraining order, not even mentioning the fact that you have to face him again.
Right.
Like,
Which is the absolute last thing that you wanna do,
right.
and spend more money.
And spend more money. And like, and
Yeah.
what's really shitty is he's like, you actually kind of just look like you're just getting one because you were the one arrested. He's like, so
Yeah.
your case doesn't even help you. Your case actually hurts you even more.
Yeah.
It doesn't look good. It doesn't look good on your end at all. And I'm like,
Yeah.
well, this is fucking fantastic. So I just ended up like, I'm just gonna let it go. I'm
Yeah.
just gonna let that part go.
Yeah, if he I remember you decided, like, "Okay, I'm gonna let it go for now." It wasn't completely off the table, but it was
No.
like, if he does show up at the gym, if he is harassing me, if he is not leaving me alone, if it gets to a point
Yeah.
where, you know, he does start behaving in a certain way, then okay, we'll
Yeah.
take a look at this again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Um, the other question that we got was people were asking, like, why didn't you go after him for your car? They were like, that's
Same
wrong.
type of shit.
Why not take him to civil court for the car, your pain and suffering, everything that you went through?
Yeah.
That was not an easy choice. And I had, people lined up that were like, we'll take this. You go after for everything, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, every time I have to talk to you guys, I'm reliving it. And I'm going
Mhm.
through it again. And I have to keep telling the story. And Jen, I couldn't even imagine facing him again.
Yeah. No, not back then.
Everyone had an opinion on that. The few people that I did share it with, it was like, some were like, "Go after him," and then others were like, "It's not worth it." It was
Yeah.
so divided, and I was like, "Wow,
Yeah, I know I was
kinda were
really
hoping."
angry in the beginning, obviously, and I was like,
Right.
"Fuck that guy. You're gonna fucking take him for all the
Yep.
time you've missed from work, for this, for that."
Yeah, and I'm not alone in it either. I gotta remember
Yeah.
there's 3 other females involved in this, and at that point, they were okay with just like, "We just wanna be done. We don't want we're just I agree with you now,"
Yeah.
and I had to, like, take that into consideration too, but if I was like, "We're gonna fight," they'd be like, "Okay,"
Right.
but I don't know, and then my
Yeah,
daughter would
just
have to testify. It was just like, and she didn't wanna talk about it anymore. It was just gonna be too much, so, yeah, I
yeah.
decided to just, like, let karma do its thing,
Oh, yeah, he'll
just
pay.
like
So, since you were just, like, talking about, your daughters being involved and everything like that, one of the questions that somebody asked was, like, "Why was your daughter even there?"
mhm.
Like, how could you put your daughter in that situation? They can't believe that you did that.
That was, like, so hard, and I was like, "Well, didn't you listen to the episode 1?" We
Right.
explained how that all happened and everything, but I can understand someone just being, like, listening or seeing, like, one of the captions we put out there or something and being, "How could you even have your kid involved in that? How could you even have her there?" And you have to remember, I didn't know. Everything was as cordial as it
Right.
could be.
Right.
Up until that point, we were texting, "I'm on my way. Yeah, great. Oh, I'm gonna go take my kid here. Awesome. I'll be there at this time. I got all your stuff. Okay, awesome." Everything was cordial. I did not know or think in a million years that I was going into a dangerous situation. If I had, I would have never had my kid there.
You would have never gone,
It would
not without the
no.
police like we discussed. I mean, it's like and she's an adult, and
That she wasn't
she
a
had her
child.
adult boyfriend
Yep.
with her, so she wasn't alone. They were driving a separate vehicle. I mean, it made sense at the time,
Right. Had I known, I
and
wouldn't have done anything, but someone else
yeah,
had written, and I know you and I have talked about this before too, someone else had said, like, "What would have happened?" Um, you and I were like, "What would have happened if she wasn't there?"
yeah,
And in the episode, we talked about how when we first got there, they were following me, and she was like, "I've got to go to the bathroom." And I'm like, "Just go somewhere. You're not coming in. This will
yeah.
be like 2 seconds." Well, what would have happened if we just all 3 of us would have went up to the door and he had this plan in place because he didn't know she was coming,
Mhm.
you know?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
her, I don't know. We can go back and forth of all like what would have, should have, could have happened, all
Yeah.
that stuff. But
And people could judge you for what you did,
I
whatever. I
will.
mean, it's in my opinion, the people that are like judging you, like you had the person that wrote and said that this was so not appropriate for you to share this. Like this is too much for you to share and you need to rethink like your content or
Yeah.
whatever.
And they said this
And
episode
I
is not appropriate.
and it's like, okay, number one, this is what podcasts are for. Okay.
Exactly.
And if you don't like it,
Don't
move along.
listen. Yeah.
Move the fuck along. If this doesn't resonate with you, you have freedom to just go away.
Yeah.
But and I hate to like try and analyze people, but I can't help it because it makes you think like, why did that person feel the need to reach out to you and tell you this? Right. And to me, and I told you this when you texted me that people are fucking weird, number one. But number two, most of the time, this is their own shit.
I think so too.
Like that lady, you triggered something and inside of her. Like it sounded like
Yeah.
such a boomer thing to say,
Yes.
I'm guessing that is her generation too. It's a
Yes.
generational thing too. Cause my mom is always like, you talk about too much stuff. And I'm like, because I have relationships with my sons too, that are adults, all adults. And we talk about everything.
Mm-hmm.
And my mom just is, you guys talk about that? Yeah. Yeah, we talk about that. It's a different generation. We
Yeah.
don't need to hide these things. And that's how you break generational curses
Right.
too,
Right.
is by being open and by sharing those things. And, my mom will yell at me sometimes and be like, yes, she literally has yelled at me and said, you don't know everything. You don't know everything about me. And it's like, well, that's on you.
Right. That's not my fault.
Exactly, because you don't share. So I feel like the people that came to you and said that is a generational thing
Yeah.
and a them thing. It is not even about you.
Yeah.
You triggered something within them, but hopefully they took something away from it. Even if they had a shitty comment,
Oh,
hopefully they took something away from that
yeah.
because that was the entire point of this is for somebody to take something away from it, whether they're in it, whether they're going to be in it, whether they've had it happen and it's
Can
in their
prevent
past.
it.
Yeah, it's like you don't even get it. And no, you can't avoid these situations, but it's ridiculous for people to tell you like not to talk about it or not to share it.
I think they're just, maybe they're so sheltered too that they're like you said, the generation thing. Like she's never heard such a thing before. I don't fucking know.
I remember when we were talking, like when all this was going on, you're like, I'm sorry, I'm like totally trauma dumping on you
Yeah.
and I'm probably triggering you too and I'm sorry, and I feel like I don't know what you said. Something like you basically feel like an asshole because I'm going through my own shit right now.
Yeah.
Um Anybody that's watching this or possibly hearing me spit on myself. I have braces and I ended up having to get braces because of the trauma that happened to my jaw from,
Mm-hmm.
the person that attacked me. And anyways, my point in this is that you carry around a lot of shit and when you brought this up and I said it's okay, yes, I am going through this myself, which is bringing up a lot of things for me. Having the braces, but thankfully I don't have to have jaw surgery or anything like that. But you told me that you felt bad, that my situation was so
Yeah.
much worse, you thought. And while it was from a physical standpoint, absolutely so much worse. What I said to you though was I feel like what makes your situation worse. And I was like, no, the person that did this to me was a stranger. They didn't know me.
Mm-hmm.
Your guy was supposed to have loved you.
Right.
That's like that betrayal. I think that stings fucking far worse than anything. You trusted this person.
Right.
You loved this person. You expected to live a life with this person.
Right.
This guy didn't fucking know me from anybody.
Yeah. Yeah.
He was just, messed out of his fucking mind.
Mm-hmm.
And, did a really bad thing. Your guy was supposed to have loved you.
Right. Well, and
Like,
someone
that's
else
so
had
fucked up.
said, like, how could you buy a car and not check the title or make sure your name was on it? Like, stupid. Like, someone was like saying like that. And to your point,
Yeah.
like, I thought we were together. Like, I
Right. You
loved him.
trusted him.
He would
Yeah.
never do anything to me to
He
hurt
wasn't a
me.
stranger.
Like,
He
what?
wasn't some person off of like Facebook Marketplace.
No, exactly.
You know what I mean? It's like, hello, this
Yeah.
was your boyfriend.
Yeah.
You
Like,
guys had talked about moving in together and you shared your lives. I
yeah, my
mean,
bed, like everything. And
everything.
he's not going to hurt me. He's not going to do me dirty. Like, what?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I hate
Oh,
saying this, but at the same I hate warning women and always like saying like, "Hey, make your own money, be your own boss, give yourself your own choices." Like, but it's so true. We do. And it's like, yeah, you love and date these men or we marry them and stuff, but at the same time, make sure you're good on your own.
yeah.
Make sure like that just in case. And I hate saying that. Like I hate
Yeah.
saying but just in case because it's almost like you're holding on to I don't know, my mind, I'm like holding on to negative energy, and I'm like setting myself up for us to end or whatever. Like, I don't
Well,
know.
and I didn't mean, and
I hate saying it, but
honestly,
it's true.
the whole thing is though too, is it's like, in some weird fucked up way, and people can say that I'm like woo woo, but okay, I am. I don't think you were meant to have the car. Would you have
No.
even wanted the fucking car?
No.
Yes, at the end of the day, it's the principle from the money point of view, but fuck him and fuck that car. Enjoy it. Go do whatever the fuck you want. Rip off the next bitch. Like, whatever. Like, people just aren't going to get that. Um, but thankfully for you, you had worked hard. And so, yeah, some people that would have totally fucked over and they wouldn't have been able to go out and get another car. But hey,
Yeah. Yeah.
for people that don't know, me and Melissa drive the exact same fucking car.
We do. It's so weird how that happened too.
It's like I had just bought my car, then that shit happened with you, and I was like, "Oh, you got to go." They've got this like killer
Mhm.
credit that you can get, and they have this lease and blah 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 blah. And I'm like,
Yep.
"Trust me, trust me, trust me." And I'm like, blah 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 blah. And yeah, we ended up with the same
Ended up the
exact
same,
fucking car,
same
same
year,
color,
same color,
everything.
everything.
I
That's
know,
so
so
funny.
funny. Yours just has like 10,000, literally more miles on it than mine. How many
Oh,
miles
yeah.
does your car have on it now?
I'm probably like close to 20,
My God.
and 20 is the lease period.
Oh no.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll just
You
buy
need to
it.
yeah,
I'll end up
that's
buying
probably
it.
a good idea. Mine only has 2,100 miles on it, and I've had it for I've
Oh my
had it for,
god.
like, how much longer than
That's
you?
so funny.
November, December, January, February, like, 6 months longer than you?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's so
yeah.
funny. Oh my god. Yeah, but you're not running around 3 crazy kids and driving back and
No,
forth to LA,
no,
so
and I walk to the gym. It's like,
yeah.
you know what I mean? I, like, walk
It's
to the
not
gym
fair.
and walk home, yeah, so sometimes I'll drive, but rarely do I drive. It's literally around the
Yeah,
corner, but,
that's so
yeah,
funny.
no, I'm definitely, like, home more than you.
Oh. Oh,
And you're always going back and forth to LA. But anyways,
yeah,
I
yeah.
digress. I digress. But
Someone had
yeah,
someone had asked, in one of the messages, "Do you think he really loved you?" I thought that was
yeah,
like and I think this was from a
it's a
young
good one to bring
female.
up. Mhm.
Jen, oh my god, the amount of young females, and I know it's because of, like, a
Mhm.
lot of people listen and follow because of my daughters, and they all have different age range and stuff. Jen, the amount of women and young girls that messaged and said, like, "Oh my god, I'm listening to this in tears. This literally reminds me of my own boyfriend," or "I'm
Yeah.
currently in this," or "I just broke up with a guy and he was doing this." And someone said, like, "I just wonder if this is going to happen to me if we stay on the same path and stuff." And so
Mhm.
I know this came from one of them, like, "Do you think he really loved you?" And I'm just like, it breaks my heart at how many people are accepting and putting up with this behavior, and they don't see the red flags, like, what this could turn into.
Mm-mm.
Um,
Well,
and
then it's like, what does it matter if he loved you?
right? I think
I
they were
mean,
asking it to, like, make I don't know, somehow make
It
it
doesn't
better.
matter.
I
It
don't
does,
know.
you know what I mean?
Makes it
Like, at the end of the
worse.
day, it doesn't matter. Narcissists don't love. They don't love like we love anyway.
Yes.
They are about control and,
Yeah.
having, like, being able to get that energy from you and that drama and toxicity and, like, all that shit, and it's like, at the end of the day, it doesn't fucking matter, like, even if this guy is capable of love, right? It doesn't matter. I mean, you loved him, and
Yeah, it really doesn't even matter.
no, it doesn't matter, and I remember my ex fuckboy, like, literally saying, "But I love you." And I'm like, "It doesn't fucking matter."
Mhm.
Love doesn't carry people through. You can love
No.
people till the end of the fucking earth, and it doesn't change who they are or what they do. You love me? Oh, you love me, but you cheated on me. You love
Right,
me, but you took advantage of me every
right.
fucking possible time that you fucking could and preyed on me when I was vulnerable. Fuck you.
Mhm.
No. So I get what she's asking, and it makes sense that that came from somebody that's young because I think that we think love is so important when we're younger, you know? And it's like there's so much
But
more
I
that
love
goes
him.
into, yeah, but I love him. No, it really it doesn't
It's not
matter.
enough. Love
No,
is not enough.
no,
It
it is absolutely not enough. Do I think he loved you? Yeah, in his way.
in his
And the
way.
reason I
Yes.
think that he did, why I say that is because of his reaction. That is somebody that completely was freaking the fuck out because they were losing you and they knew it.
Mhm.
And so, yeah, but again, their love is not the way me and you love.
Right.
Not even fucking close.
Not even close.
No.
Um, just to reiterate this one, they said, "I don't understand why you were the one arrested." And I get that there was a lot happening in the episode and tears, and we're
Yeah.
explaining a really hard part, but girl, I don't understand why I was the one arrested. But
uh, yeah,
just
dumbass cops, newbie rookie fucking cops, Melissa in shock, um,
didn't say the right things.
a
Parent
manipulator piece of shit that was painting an entirely different story
Yeah.
and making you look like you did something wrong.
Right, and
I mean,
failure on 911, I don't know. Like I said, I think I said in the episode, 911 should have been saying and
yeah.
dispatching everything to them.
Mhm.
And I forgot about this too, Jen. The security guard called 911
Oh, yeah.
when we were there. Okay, not that I like to like torment myself, but I went back and I watched the videos after we recorded that my daughter took of that night, and
Oh,
it was,
god.
yeah, it was a lot. And I heard the security guard on 911 in the video, and he's literally telling the security guard, "Yes, now, the female's on the ground, the male is on top of her.
What
He
the
is
fuck?
now, yeah, he is now picking her up." Like, you can hear him telling the 911 operator this. So why was that not dispatched? So all of this is why I got arrested, I guess? I don't know, but the main thing was
Yeah.
when they got there, because I was crying and in shock, I didn't say, "I'm hurt, he hurt me, I was afraid for my life."
Mhm.
That's what you need
Yeah.
to say.
It was failure to communicate all the way around.
All the way.
All the way around. Like, literally all the way around,
Yep.
unless you were Bagel and he was a lying piece of shit.
So funny when you call him that.
I know.
It just, yeah. So again, take from this, you guys, like, put this information in the back of your head and hopefully you never have to pull from it. But if you are ever in this position, or you're, if you have adult children and they're, something, like, let them know, like, "Hey, I heard
Yeah.
this episode this one time. This is what happened. Don't let this happen to you."
A friend, a sister. I mean, even, and we're not dismissing, like, by gender either. This, even
Right.
for, like, men,
Yes.
there's obviously women that are physically abusive and do things,
Yeah.
you know, and men don't expect that to happen, and men don't come forward. That's a whole other topic because they're embarrassed, unless you're a piece of shit and you're lying about it.
I know. I know.
But, it's sad that, a lot of the times
So
victims
sad.
are the people that end up either not doing anything about it because you're so traumatized by what happened, or you just don't want to open up and talk about it. And so you carry that shit around with you all the time.
Mm-hmm.
And that's not healthy either.
No. The other one was, why didn't you defend yourself? I've seen, and I know they're trying to be nice, and they're like, I've seen your videos. I know you know how to fight. That was hard. And
Oh, yeah. I've
I,
been asked that question about my assault.
right. And
Mm-hmm.
it's like, it's so easy to ask these questions when you're on the outside and not living it. And like,
Mm-hmm.
but I look back at it now and I'm like, what the fuck would have happened if I would have fought back and tried to take him down or choke him? How much more would that have lit him up?
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
Number one, it doesn't matter. Yes, you are strong, but he was bigger than you,
he's a man.
stronger than you,
Yeah.
and he had rage inside of him
Yep.
that will make fucking men like, a
Yes.
Hulk
Yes.
and testosterone, and a little sociopathic, psychotic bullshit, like these are all things that we could never get ourselves to that point
No.
physically.
No.
And so, yeah, you would absolutely have just probably gotten pummeled far
Yes.
worse.
And I probably would have gotten charged. They wouldn't have dropped it, or my
Oh,
lawyer
yeah.
would have had to work double time. Like, I'm not saying lay down and just take it, but like I was defending myself so I didn't
You
get
were trying to
choked
get
out.
away
I was
and you were
trying to get
trying to
away.
survive. Exactly.
Yeah. I was not like
Exactly.
physically fighting back. It wasn't like that,
But it's
but
hard not to have guilt from that, though. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
in some ways, like, oh, okay, maybe I should have done this or I should have done that. I mean, I know in my mind, I shut down enough during my assault. My son was upstairs sleeping. He was young, and my dog was in the backyard looking through the sliding glass doors, and she was barking, going crazy. And I thought, he's gonna fucking kill me, kill my dog, and
Mm-hmm.
kill my son.
Mm-hmm.
And at that point, it was about get it fucking over with, lay here, fucking take it, be as quiet as you fucking can, because if you wake up your son and he comes down those stairs and this guy knows that your son's home, because at that point, he didn't know that there was a little boy upstairs sleeping. And so in my mind, I was taking all of that to protect myself, but it took me a
Right.
really long time to forgive myself for that.
Yeah.
And to not stop and think or to even realize why I shut down, why I did that, what was my brain thinking, took me a long time, a lot of EMDR.
Yeah.
And you might at some point realize, without even thinking about it, subconsciously, you probably were protecting your daughter. Because
Oh, yeah.
if he would have beat you further or got angry further, who knows who was going to be next
Right.
on that list.
Right.
Because he was just raging.
Mm-hmm.
Raging. And people that have not been in that situation, I don't think understand what that's like. And in that moment, you're there to fucking survive. I mean, sadly, you're not going to stop a man from doing what they want to do.
Nope. Nope. I think it all
Yeah.
just, it worked how it needed to work out. And,
Yeah.
I protected myself enough. I wasn't fighting back. And I just, yeah.
Yeah. And for me, I just feel like I protected my son and my
Yeah.
dog, as silly as that sounds,
Right. Now, if I'm out in a dark alleyway with my
Right.
3 girls and I need to
Right.
fight and defend myself, or someone jumps me, or I'm at a
Oh, yeah,
store,
if they're
like,
going after them, oh, yeah, if they would have went
it's going
after,
down.
my son, if my son would have come down,
Right.
whole other ball. I would have
Yeah.
been able to run to the other room and get my pistol, and I would have killed this guy.
Right.
Sorry, babe.
Yeah.
If that pisses somebody off, yeah,
Oh, like,
gun owner.
yeah.
And, yeah, I would have totally defended my child and
Mhm.
myself at that point.
Mhm.
And trust me, it was going through my mind, how can I get my gun? How can I get to my
Oh,
gun?
yeah,
And there was
yeah.
no way for me to get to it. It just all happened in my entryway of my home, just through the door.
Unbelievable.
So, yeah,
Yeah,
exactly. If you're in a different situation, right.
right.
But
Not the
I also
same.
think you're in a situation where you're with somebody that you know, and you're still in your brain going, "Why is he doing this to me?
Yes,
I
thank
can't
you.
believe he's doing this to me."
Mhm. Yep.
You know, this is me. I was just like completely shut down. I mean, oof, like
Yeah.
completely fucking outer body shut the fuck down. Like I
Right,
just want to live,
right,
and I barely did.
right.
So it's people are fucked up, and
I
we
know.
can't gauge what people are going to do. People you're supposed to trust, whether they're a contractor coming into your home, whether they're your boyfriend, whether they're
I
somebody
know.
you've walked down the street and said hi to 20 times, at the gym, on a walk.
I know. I'm always
It's
correcting my
sad.
kids too when they say, "But you know him, right? Or you know her, or we know them." And I'm like, "We don't know jack shit about them.
Nope.
Just because they are your coach or
Trust nobody.
a
I mean, doesn't mean you need to be paranoid,
right.
but you always need to be on alert. Just like Patrick brought up on that episode. And I think people really need to go back and listen to that episode.
Yes.
I'll put it in the show notes.
Okay.
Because it is so important, to be able in these different situations. I don't think you could have changed anything that happened in yours. I don't think that I could change anything that happened in mine, but I know that people can learn from this for the future. I just think we have to be hyper aware. But
We do.
sometimes as women, sometimes we don't want men to look at us and be like, "Oh, she's a stuck-up bitch," or like whatever, blah 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 blah,
I
and
know.
so but at the same time, we have to protect
I
ourselves,
know.
and we can't be overly friendly because then men think that we're fucking flirting with them.
I know. It's such a crazy balance.
I can
Um,
imagine. I don't know how you do it with 3 daughters. That is definitely, like, being able to teach them, that balance
yeah.
of things, I have boys, and it's a
No,
totally different
girls, it's
story.
so fucked up. It's we
Yeah,
we went to that concert. This is kind of like
yeah.
it's a long line, but not. Um, we went to the concert and it's in LA. LA is so bad. Like, you know
Yeah.
how like what was his name? Spencer Pratt was like running for mayor and it was like a big
Oh, yeah.
he like was cleaning up the homeless and like it's a really big deal. Like, why are we fucking ignoring this? And
Yeah.
he's right. And the venue, the crypto arena, the parking is fucking like a mile away.
Oh my
And
god.
you buy these tickets and you buy the parking and you're like, "Hey, whatever." And then you're like, "Did you ever stop to think that you're a female with 3 other females in,
Yeah.
like, jean shorts and crop tops and shit?" And I, like, really got a little paranoid about that. It was so bad, Jen. We got out and I told him, like, "No, there is no one else around us. Like, we
Yeah.
have to be aware." We walk out and we're automatically dumped out of the parking garage in a fucking alley.
Oh,
And
no.
I'm like and then we get out and we get onto the streets of LA, and it's bad. There is homeless, there are just men standing around, people coming out of stores, and everyone is looking at us. And my one
Yeah.
was like, "I don't feel safe right now." She's like, "We don't
Yeah.
even have so and so with us." And then she's
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
and I'm sitting there and I'm like, "Just walk fast, don't look at anyone." And they're like, "How far it is?" And I'm like, "0.8 miles." And I'm like, "Fuck." I start pulling out my phone and then like some guy like came up and he was kind of like behind us trailing us. I'm like, "Oh, fuck no, fuck no." I pulled up an Uber and as soon as I could get us in one, we were like in and gone. And I'm like, I'd
Yeah.
rather risk my life riding in an Uber with a strange man than being out in the streets here in LA. But it was just crazy because I'm like, did you don't think about
Yeah.
those things. And then when we were
Mm-mm.
leaving, I was like trying to stay with the crowd. I'm like, "Oh, go run," like, and then you break off and everyone starts dispersing. And then I'm
Yeah.
like, "Okay, girls, pay attention. We are with no one right now and we're a quarter mile away." And at one
Mhm.
point we just started running. Like, I'm like, just
Yeah.
fucking run. Like, do you see what I see right now? And I'm like pointing things out and they're like, "Yeah." And we just start running. My one
Yeah.
daughter's laughing. She's like, and then I would just be walking so fast. She's like, "I really shouldn't have missed those late night walks with you."
Right?
So I'm just like taking off.
You're like, "I'm getting the
Like,
fuck out of here." I know it's like, I don't know. It's definitely a fine balance of being able to protect yourself, be aware, not be paranoid.
Not be a weirdo and be paranoid and be like, "I can't go out because something bad might
Yeah.
happen."
And be open to the right interactions. Because, like I said, yeah, for the most part, I ignore most of the men. I knew this guy was different. And it took a long time. It wasn't like we just talked on the first walk and then, like, went
Right.
out the next day. It was, like, weeks of, like, little bits of talking about his dog and then the weather and
Aw.
then this and then, "Oh, how long have you lived here?" And then it went on further and further and further,
Yeah.
and then now he's my little summer fling, you know, whatever.
Does he listen to the
Um,
show?
no, not yet, but
Does he know you do this?
no. Well, yes. Yes, but I don't think that I've sent him the links or that he's,
No.
like, hunted them down or
Right.
anything,
Right.
but, I don't think we are there, but we're just getting there, I'd
Yeah.
say, where we're, like, really diving
Aw.
in,
Yeah.
because I didn't wanna, like that's the other thing too, and this will kinda, like, lead into how we can, talk about something else that another reason why we did this episode and why we talk about this stuff, but I didn't wanna trauma dump on this guy.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Oh,
So
I know
it's like
what you
when
mean.
right, so when you go through the things that we've gone through, and then you meet new people, it's like we can be healed. We are healed. Healing's always we're always healing. Um, but it's like, at what point do you let these people know that you've been through these
No.
things? Because they're like, "Oh, shit, she has baggage, she's fucked up.
Right.
She has PTSD." What? I remember there for a minute you were talking to a guy that had PTSD for a whole other different reason than me, obviously,
Mhm.
and he had a TBI as well, like me,
Yep.
and I remember you saying something like, "That kinda worries me," and I'm like, "Hello, Melissa."
Like, aren't those
But
people
I
fucked up though? And you're like,
Yeah, we are.
maybe
We're completely fucked up in all the most amazing ways,
all the
Like, I
amazing
tell my
ways.
kids "Yeah, my brain's a little broken. It is a little different."
Yeah.
But if you do the work, I think
Yeah.
it's an amazing thing, Like, I was joking around with my friend yesterday, and I said, "The greatest thing about PTSD is that in, like, a crisis, I'm, like, right there. I'm, like, boom, 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 calm, collected, let's get through it.
Yeah.
Take me to the fucking grocery store, I'm a mess. Like,
Right.
I'm non-functioning,
Right.
right?" So,
Yeah.
it's you take on different stresses, but anyways, my point is, bringing back is I hadn't told him about this podcast because that first episode I said so much about, like, my past and all that
Right.
stuff, and we're just barely getting to the point, where I'm comfortable starting to share more of those things.
Yeah.
Um, but I think that the other good thing about this, you sharing this story, me even sharing what I've shared, is that we can have these terrible, terrible fucking things happen and meet these terrible fucking men that do awful things to us and fuck us up. But at the end of the day, it's up to us to heal, to do the work, and open ourselves back up again,
Yeah.
to be able to trust people, so that we can meet good men, because
Right.
there are good men out there. We're both
Yes.
dating. You've been dating one
Yep.
longer than me, but I've been completely closed off and celibate for so many fucking years. I don't even know what I'm doing anymore. But it's another part of the healing,
Yeah.
like being with somebody again. And you're always telling me with your guy, like, "This is so fucking crazy. Um, he treats me so good. Like, I don't even know what to do with that." And
Right.
now I'm starting to see, like, what you mean. It's
Mhm.
like, who is this fucking person? And, like, why are they so nice to me?
Right.
Because we're not used to that.
I know. Which is so sad. Oh my God.
It is so
It's so
sad.
sad, but it's true. Like if you do the work, because had I not, and I could have very easily not gone to therapy, not talked about it, not like processed it all, cried about it all. I guarantee you I would have found someone just like him.
Yeah. That's exactly what we do. We just date the same person in a different body.
Yep. I see it all
It's
the
the
time.
trauma. We're just like, yeah, it's like we're magnets,
Mhm.
and
And
we
I
attract the worst stuff.
and I've met someone that, oh my god, I didn't even know this type of man existed, and the
Mhm.
way he treats me and speaks to me, um, he would never yell at me like like that, and it's just interesting, but that the good news is that you can find that if you do the work, you can heal and you can come out the other side. So if you think that
Exactly.
you lost the love of your life, well, remember, the love of your life would never treat you that way. If
No.
you are upset over like, well, we broke up and he did this and he cheated on me or whatever, like the love of your life isn't going to cheat on you.
No.
The only other thing I wanted to say that I wanted to laugh at is how many people called that security guard that was there a fucking coward.
Oh god.
Someone said he was
Yeah.
a disgrace of a man. I'm like, yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
who? Yeah. Someone had
Yeah,
asked
no.
too, how far would he have allowed it to go? Like if he was on top of you choking you, would he have finally stepped in? I
Yeah.
don't know. No, I don't think so. Yeah. I'm just glad that we have all of this out. It's done. I'm glad that we were able to recap everything. Um,
Yeah. Answer all
because
the questions.
answer the questions. There are so many things that were left out. We promise the next time we come on, it's going to be a lot lighter,
Yes.
a lot more
Yeah.
fun episodes. But some of these episodes, they're going to be hard. They're going to be hard to listen to. There's going to be hard lessons learned and things to share. Um, and I don't know. I think that's life, and that's how we learn. Is we learn from each other. And I think some of the best people to lead us are the ones that have been through shit and to coach us. And I don't know. I don't want to follow or listen to
Yeah.
anyone that's never been through shit. Do you?
No. I mean, and that's why it's called unfiltered. I
Exactly.
mean, it's raw. It's real. It's
Yep.
real life, and people go through shit, and it's not all perfect and
No,
sunshine and rainbows for everybody all of the time. You know,
it's
but I
not.
think it's a testament to how strong you are. To people are probably like, "What the fuck? She went through that. I had no idea." Because sometimes you can't skip a beat. We
No,
have to keep going.
we have to. Yeah. Yep.
So
Well, I'm glad you could come on again and do part 3 with us. We'll be back again, you guys. If you have any other questions or anything you want to write into the show, email us at itsmelissavogel@gmail.com. Send DMs over to. Make sure you go to the show notes, click the links. We're going to put the one to the previous episode that we keep referring to with
Patrick,
Patrick
Odell,
Odell. Patrick
yeah,
Odell. We'll put that in
hmm
there, and then we'll put other links and stuff that you can click if you want to work with Jen with your marketing and social media and like everything. Jen is absolutely incredible. Go to the show
yeah.
notes, check us out, and then we can't wait to talk with you guys again later. And for now, everyone stay safe, stay healthy. Until next time.
Hi guys.
Bye. The Bomb Life Podcast is for informational and entertainment purposes only. The content shared here is not intended as medical, legal, or professional advice. Always consult with a qualified professional before making any health, fitness, financial, or legal decisions. The opinions shared on this podcast are personal experiences and insight. So if you need expert guidance, go find the right professional for you. Thanks for listening.